All right, guys, this is the 28th day in the month of February 2025, and honestly, I'm so delighted that I'm making this video today. And a quick recap as regards to what we did yesterday. We talked about XAUUSD, that is gold, falling, up until, down until 2,790, which is what we are still experiencing. Okay, and that's what we actually are still experiencing. Let me just zoom it in a little bit. Okay, I think it's okay like this. All right, so we are expecting price to, anything can happen around here, but definitely this is going to be a first take profit, for this sharp fall of gold from where price currently is falling from, which is around 2,950 something. Let's just say 52. Okay, 2,953, so to be precise. And also we talked about another one, which is US30. Okay, we talked about US30. US30 is still actually around that same corner, that same point where price had been making all the consolidations. Okay, look at all the consolidations, and although there's a little break below. All right, let me just set the horizontal line. There's just a little break below this point. Okay, and you never can tell. Please, I always say, just like what you see that is scrolling on the screen, we are only using what we have to get the little knowledge we have to get, the little we need to get out of the financial market. Okay, we are to analyze, but the market is to do whatever it pleases. All right, so that is that. So we are still expecting or hoping that US30, which is known as Dow Jones, okay, originally as Dow Jones, Dow, DOWJONES, Dow Jones. All right, so the third one we talked about, I think it's GBPUSD. All right, which I also said that there is possibility that price might fall down until or down to 1.2518. These are our psychological areas, and we take make good use of it. Okay, like we tend to focus on these areas where I don't have to be telling you much about this, but let me just tell you that this is what we're expecting. Yes, price may go back up. It is not in our duty to say don't go, but from what we are seeing, okay, this is this drop from here, and we're expecting that it drops down or down till it gets to 1.2515 or 16 to be precise. Okay, so that's about 100, almost 200 pips from here to this place. Okay, then lastly we talked about BTCUSD. Okay, now this was where we were actually looking at BTCUSD yesterday, which is at the stop and reverse. Like price will do whatever it pleases. Now look at the sharp drop from here, from 97,000. okay, that is, I'm talking about not here actually, but here, below this stop and reverse level, 97,000 down to 85,000, 97,028 down to 85,657, which is another important zone or important area for us to start thinking or contemplating. Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna continue its sharp drop or sharp fall? And look at what price did overnight. Price actually did drop to 78,000. Now the nexus is actually like a midpoint. Okay, it's more like it's a midpoint here where the sell zone and the buy zone, that's just a midpoint for the sell zone and the buy zone. So anything beneath here definitely we will be looking at, pure, sell opportunities, as long as, this level, remains price, as long as price, remains under, this nexus, or this midpoint for us here. Yeah, but in this regard, with what we have here on BTCUSD, you never can tell. Okay, nobody has a monopoly of price, right? And the point here is that you may say there will be a continuation, and Bitcoin, will start, Bitcoin will start, completely overriding the US dollar. Okay, so, and you might also say that, oh, maybe this is a dip. Maybe we should start buying, or start looking for buying. Price continues to go down. So this is just like we used to say, or like I used to tell people, whatever it is that I, whatever analysis, I'm not giving a financial advice though, but whatever it is that I give here, there are still other, things, other market indicators that we, still will put into place, or put in place, just to make sure that we are doing the right thing. And for information, it is not 100%. All right, yeah, it's not 100%, but yeah, you must make sure that you know what you're doing to remain in the game. All right, so now look at 78,632 is one psychological, area, very important, zone, also, or important level that you must also look at. Price may break below, price may continue, to rise, but let's look at it from the bigger time frame, even in 4 hours, and also in the daily time frames. Okay, but there are still some things that we will be looking at. All right, may not exactly enter the market from this point. All right, but there are also some strategies where you can just scalp your way to profit when price touches this point. So that's just another one. Okay, so okay, I'm also going to look at AUDJPY today. I just want to randomly take a look at, it's like I'm window shopping the I'm window shopping the market to see what one can analyze, and I'm very sure this will be very beneficial to anybody out there who is also here watching. That's okay. Now look at what we have. The downward move for AUDJPY may not have ended. Okay, yeah, nobody has the monopoly for where price will start moving from. Okay, use what you have, to just analyze the market. Take the little you need to take, then go rest. Now look at this. We are here, and here that we are, if I need to take this, okay, definitely I have to be in a safe zone for AUDJPY, for price to have dropped up on down till 92.73. Price to have dropped to 92.73 still does not mean the price, the fall may have ended. Okay, but if you also look at it using some other indicators, let's just use, you can't even use a trend line here. Okay, how do you want to use a trend line, except you want to use it this other way, that maybe if price keeps coming and it breaks above here, okay, there's no proper use of trend line, there's no proper use of this, and just make sure that you monitor those levels. And let me just give you a little hint that price has to go back into this stop and reverse level, and then give us a reasonable support, a reasonable low, then where we can start buying from. All right, I think that about that. Somebody, okay, I have a friend who is also always looking at the NASDAQ. Now let's look at the NASDAQ from the bigger picture, and then we move down to the smaller picture. Okay, maybe soon we will be analyzing the US stock market in this simple form that we analyze, that we are also using to analyze. It doesn't have to be too rigid. Okay, using those big grammars, sometimes it doesn't help. Okay, it does not help. Now, if you see where you should look at where NASDAQ is actually dropping from, which is exactly from the previous year high. This is actually that high here. Let me put a crossbar here, or crosshair. Okay, now this is the point. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Now this point, this is the previous year high. This is the previous year low. Okay, all right. Now look at price fell from that point and went back up, got back to that exact point of 20. I mean, that is 22,226. Okay, and then started falling. This is in a weekly time frame. Okay, now if we should be looking at, okay, this fall, definitely I'm definitely going to believe that a sell has actually been activated. Okay, yes, a sell have been activated. A sell have been activated. I'm also going to use a 1 hour time frame. Now look at it here. A sell has been activated. If you see how price okay, got from that point to this place, to the first stop and reverse, and then had to break below it. Definitely what you're seeing currently is that price might also do a little pullback using the 4 hour time frame. Price might do a little pullback and then continue its fall. This is just the analysis for NASDAQ. A little pullback here, get to any reasonable point around here or here. I don't know, I'm not the market, but yes, this is the analysis. And then it can start selling. Okay, start another sharp drop, because you look at it from the bigger picture, look at it from the weekly. Okay, I'm also going to look at it from the daily time frame. Now look, I'm believing that, okay, this is the zone here, this is the support level here, where that is actually not restricting, okay, but it's just a support level that I'm believing that price might break below, judging from the previous daily candle. Okay, judging from the previous daily candle. Now price is gonna break, but allow a pullback. Price is gonna break this point and then touch here, and then maybe get to the nexus, who knows. All right, so that is that about that. I don't know what else I want to talk about. We should look at gold. A lot of people trade gold, and I hear people say don't trade gold, don't start with gold. If you can start with anything, my dear brother and sister. Okay, you can start with any financial asset or financial instrument. Just make sure you get used to that one asset, one instrument. Okay, and do your demo, practice, learn, do your demo, get used to it with the same emotion, with the same sentiment, with the same knowledge, with the same strength that you carry, or that you have gathered while learning and demoing. Use it to start and trade whatever it is that you want to trade. Okay, so that is that about that. So like I said earlier on, gold is still falling. We are expecting that to get to 2,790 and maybe continue down to 2,646, or it might get to 2,790 and then do a sharp turn back to the make a sharp turn back to the north and start targeting 3,045, which is the next stop and reverse level at above it. The next stop and reverse level above it. Okay, that is that about that. Lastly, I want to quickly look at Euro USD. there are lots to look at actually. I believe it will get to a time where we will try as much as possible and be analyzing all of this, try and see maybe traders, newbies, intermediate, pro traders, we are going to come together and we will choose some financial instruments that we are going to analyze. That is when majority carries the vote. Am I right? Yes, when majority carries the vote. Okay, for Euro USD, this is a daily time frame and we are just here. Okay, the previous year low price, this is the previous, I believe, yeah, this is the previous year low. Look at what price did when the new year started. Price went up, okay, got to as high as got to as high as 1.0628, right? And now look at us, it went back down, dropped from that point and got to went back to around the previous year low. This is the previous year low actually, this point here. All right, this is the low here, and price went back down, did a little pullback, then broke that low, okay, and broke that low. Now I must tell you that a sell is a buy, a bullish momentum, a bullish move for Euro USD is very, very imminent, very, very most imminent. Okay, like it's very, very certain. Please, this video is for educational and informational purposes, okay, and don't consider it as a financial advice or investment or trading advice. All right, I'm just giving you the knowledge, the almost 2-decade knowledge that we have here, and just to let you see, give you a picture of what you should be expecting while you're trading. Okay, now it's a buy is very, very imminent because several factors that I'm seeing and I'm looking at from here, and possibly if you are taking a trade from here, you should be okay. 1.0500 should be your first TP, 1.0669 should be your second TP. That's for long-term traders, those swing traders, and until you get to the next and maybe go past the next. But this is what Euro USD is definitely going to be doing. And also we've analyzed GBPUSD before in the bigger picture. This is what GBPUSD is going to be doing. It broke that level, which is this level here, this particular candle, above, that is the wick above the stop and reverse level at 1.2515, and the wick is actually around 1.2. okay, let me look at it very well. Okay, that 1.2549. Now you see, breaking above this the stop and reverse, look at where price is actually targeting. Okay, that is in the bigger picture 1.2735. but if you come down to your 1 hour time frame, what is price telling us? Say possible sell. Okay, and if you're looking at if you're looking for a possible sell, all indications is proving that GBPUSD can or may drop. Now the drop is for price to get to around 1.2515, which is the nearest stop and reverse level. Yeah, stop and reverse level. Our stop and reverse level here are not the rounded numbers though. These are more professional ways and an approach to how we see the market. Okay, so that is that about that. All right, I'll see you in the next one. I want to say a big thank you to you and bye.